Well, my name is Pia Montesinos and this is my second journal entry. Well, along the semester we are going to be reading different texts that are connected with topics like our brain, how it works, our learning process, metacognition, and so on. The last week we watched a documentary by History Channel called The Human Brain. Thus we can understand the process of our own body. Reviewing the video, we were able to collect a series of reflections together with my classmates actually. We identified how important was the brain reactions to both biological and social reactions too. I refer to this last point that our brains can, with electrical impulses, regulate natural and instinctive activities of our body and can also influence in our social skills. It is important to consider that once we understand how the majority of our reactions are produced from the most instinctive to the most reflective actions, can accomplish much more conscious processes from our own observation and reflection for creative behaviors and problematize such situations within our own school. This is very important because we are going to start making activities inside the school with our classmates, practitioners, and actually teachers and students. It's very important because we are going to look some reactions from the students. We will able to notice, for example, if they have problems, for example, to develop their skills with normality. For example, sometimes they do not need to take pills. It is very important. Sometimes they just need a little bit of attention, and actually they need to reinforce the development of some skills. That is what we are really going to talk about with my classmates this week and the next one, because the learning process that is just based in our social interaction, the processes inside the brain, and what's happening inside the school and the context of any student inside the school is very important because as students and now as kind of teachers actually, it's very important to notice that sometimes the students need to have a little bit of space to explore, to develop the abilities, capacities, and actually sometimes develop their skills. If they are a little bit slower than the classmates, it doesn't mean that they need pills. It doesn't mean that they are sick or they have a problem and they have to go to the psychologist. It doesn't mean that. That's very important. That was the main reflection that we made with our classmates inside the classroom. And this is very important for all the people that is watching this video now, because sometimes we have problems with our memory, sometimes we have problems with our skills, sometimes we don't learn at the same time that my classmate does. But actually, it's very important to take into consideration that all people are different, but we have to be in the same way. As teachers, we have to make that all our students stay in the same way, in the same. You must be in charge that all your students have to go in one direction straight forward. It doesn't matter if you are slower or you're faster. You need to be partnered with your students, and you need to reinforce those processes that happen inside your brain. We have to training it, because it's just a muscle that you have to work it. It's just a muscle that you need to reinforce. So it's very important to take advantage of these kind of reflections and take into consideration when you're going to be in school.